All right, so number 1, it says name 3 collinear points. That means 3 points that are on the same line. And y'all, if y'all pay attention, you should do really well on this tomorrow, because I'm telling you the ones that are on there, and they look just the same. What are the only 3 points that are on a line?
LJK.
LJK. So you were looking for points L, J, and K, and that is B. Do we get that one? That one is on there. Girls, do y'all have more assignments this week?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then the next one I don't have on there. Number 2 is not, so I'm just going to skip over just to make sure that we have enough time. Number 3 is on there, and it asks the same thing as number 1. It's just backwards. It says, are C, G, and H collinear? So are they on the same line? No. If you draw C to G to H, did that make a straight line? Absolutely not. That's all it's asking for. So no, they're non-collinear or not collinear. Same thing. Clayton, you getting all this? Y'all make sure it's first test, so make sure you're paying attention. I want y'all to do good. Okay, then there's our whole first page. Some of these I may come back to at the end. I'm not sure. Number 5. It says, name the intersection of plane ACG and BCG. What did I just say that was the same? CG. So it is line CG. That one is answer choice C. Are we good so far? Okay, good. That's our first page of our test right there. Okay. Then the next one. Y'all, if I'm going too fast, say something. It is number 7. What is the length of A to C? Well, you can do this 2 ways. You can subtract the 2 numbers, okay? Or, because if you add the 2 numbers, it kind of messes it up. Or you can just count from A to C. You can just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 13. Okay? Or I would have just subtracted like -8 minus 5. What is -8 minus 5? It's -13. But distance can't be negative. So what's my answer? 13. Are we good with that? Either way. Okay? Counting or subtracting? Okay. Next up, let me see. What one does it look like? I'm thinking it's like number 10. I think we're like number 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Validation.
Yes. Okay, it says if Z is the midpoint of RT, what are, and it asks for 3 answers, X, RZ, and RT. What does it mean if it's the midpoint? So this is reading comprehension right here. If you don't know what it's asking for, you can't even get the question right. It's the middle. So if this is in the middle right here, what do we know about those 2 pieces? They're equal. So I would write 8x minus 10 equals 150. And now my problem looks just like Algebra 1. How do I solve for x? Add 10. So we get 8x equals 160. Then what?
You divide by 8.
Divide by 8. And x is 20. So guess what? We're halfway there, right? X equals 20. Not that one. It's not that one. Okay, that's part of the question. Now what's the next thing it asked for? RZ, from here to here. Well, if this one's 150, y'all, what's this one? 150. Or we could plug it in. If I plugged in 8 times 20 minus 10, guess what it is? 150. Okay, so I've got 20, and that's 150. If this one's 150, and this one's 150, what's the whole thing? 300. So you could tell it was C. You didn't really even have to do much. If you knew this was 150 and that's 150 and the whole thing is 300, course, there were 2 answers that said that, so be careful. Are we good with that one? That one was just a lot of pieces. Doable, just a lot of pieces to solve for. Okay. Alright, so let's see what's next. The midpoint one. Next I've got an angle one. So let's jump to number... No, that's not right. Hold on. I may be jumping around for a second. Why can I not find... Let me find it. It's an angle one, but it's a little different than that. Okay, I'll come back to this one. Number 6. Let me come back to that one. Let's go ahead and just look at number 13. There is one like this. Okay, 13 says, y'all just do not let me forget. Tell me, go back to number 6 on the test. If EOF is 26, so the first thing I'm going to write on my paper is 26. And FOG is 38, so the next thing I'm going to write is 38 in the FOG. Okay, everybody good with this? Just write it down. And then it says, what's the measure of EOG? What is EOG? It's the whole thing, both of them together. So you would just add, what is 26 plus 38? 64, is that what you said? So there we go. A. A is our answer on that one. Okay, so that one is on there. And then number 14. What does supplementary mean? Adds to 180, it's going to make a straight line. Okay, and that's the key there. It's going to make a straight line. So if I'm looking at COD, if you want to shade it in. Okay, everybody good with angle COD right there. Where is another angle that would make a straight line with it? So let's look at BOD. BOD would be this thing. Does this make a straight line? No. So the purple doesn't even make sense. Okay. Then let's look at COA. COA, I don't want to use blue, I'll use red. COA is this angle, right? Does this one make a straight line with the blue? From here all the way to there, it's a straight line. So it's COA. Does that make sense, y'all? Look, if I picked AOE, let me erase the red that I just did. There we go. If I picked AOE, does this make a full straight line? They're vertical angles, but no, I didn't shade a whole straight line. Does that make sense? So it's not AOE. COB would be this one, right here. Does that make a 180-degree angle? No, it doesn't make a straight line if I shade it on it. Okay, yes, no, do we get that? Supplementary just means did it make the whole straight line? Did it add to 180? Okay, the next one. Linear pair. Which one says a linear pair? Am I mixed up on this? I might have to come back to linear pair. What about midpoints? Is there one? Oh wait, here it is. It was at the bottom of that paper, sorry. Number 16. 16 is on there. It says, these two angles are a linear pair. What does it mean if they are a linear pair? They add to 180. So I'm going to take the first angle plus the second angle, and it equals 180. So I've got, what's my first angle say? X minus 15. What's my second angle? X plus 77. And it equals 180. So what do? We do x plus x. What is 1x plus another x? 2x. What is negative 15 plus 77? A positive 62. and it equals 108. So then what do? Now we're back to algebra. We solve for x, right? Subtract the 62. So 2x equals, what is 180 minus 62? 118. Divide by 2. And what do we get? 59 is x. Is that what it asked me for, was x? No. Look, notice that they put that as an answer to trick you. They put 59 in there. Because that's what a lot of people would see. Oh, I got 59, that's my answer. That's not right. It didn't ask me for x. I have to plug it in. I would plug it in right here. 59 minus 15 in my calculator. What is that? 44. 44 is my angle 1. Then, how do you find angle 2? 59 plus 77. What is that? Was 59 plus 77?
136.
It's 136? Okay. So our answer is B. Are we good with that one? Yes, no? Maybe. Okay, can I keep going? Yes. The next one is the midpoint, number 18. Find the coordinates of the midpoint. Let me cover that for a second. So the coordinates of the midpoint, what do you do with your x values? You add them and, did we forget? Divide by 2. It's like finding an average. To find the midpoint, to find the middle of something, it's like finding their average. Okay? So what are my x values on h and k?
6 and 2.
6 and 2. So in my calculator, I would do 6 plus 2, and then I would divide that number by 2. What is that? What's 8 divided by 2?
4.
4. So it's going to be either this one or this one. Now let's do the y value. I would do 4 plus 8. What's 4 plus 8? 12. And then 12 divided by 2. What's that going to be? 6. So my answer is D. That would be my midpoint. Are we good with that one? Yes. Okay, so you add your x values, divide by 2. Add your y values, divide by 2. Okay, let's keep going. Find the distance. So which one is distance? Here we go. Number 19. It was D, yeah. Number 19. Find the distance to the nearest tenth. So you would use your distance formula. So I'm just going to write it down. I take the square root, and then I subtract my y's and subtract my x's, or my x's and my y's. So what are my x values? 8 and 3. Is everybody good with that? 8 minus 3. What are my y values? 2 minus, what's my other y value? 8. Okay. What is 8 minus 3? It's 5 squared. What is 2 minus 8?
6.
It's going to be a negative 6. But y'all, I'm not going to write the negative, because what happens when you square a negative? It's going to become what? Positive. But somehow y'all all not y'all all, but some of y'all kept messing that up by your calculator. Your calculator will not do that right unless you put it in there right. If you type this in your calculator, it's going to give you the wrong answer every time. You have to put it in parentheses if you're going to put it in the calculator. Or you can just avoid that and just know, oh, when I'm going to square this in a second, so let me just go ahead and make it positive. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all or not. Which it is really negative 6 right there. But what's 5 squared? And what's 6 squared?
36.
What is 25 plus 36?
60.
64?
61.
61. I was gonna say, I don't think I thought it ended up being a decimal. Square root of 61, then you would find your answer. Notice 61 is up there. That is not the answer. The square root of 61 and 61 are two totally different numbers. What is the square root of 61? 7.8. Okay, so B is your answer. Okay. I'm looking at no one walking to school. Okay, everybody always hates this one, but it's not bad. I'm trying to see. Here. 24. I've got 24 in here. Okay. And we're on number 12. We're about halfway done. Okay, number 20 on your study guide. Okay, it says no one walks home from school by walking 8 blocks north. So I'm just going to go 8 blocks north. Is everybody good with that? And then from there, he walks 6 blocks east. So I'll go 6 blocks east. How much shorter would it have been if there was a direct path to go from here to here? Because how much was this one? If he went 8 and then 6, what's that total blocks? 14. So I'm going to write that down. That one he walked 14. How much shorter would it have been if he walked this distance? How do you find the distance of something? You need some ordered pairs, right? So watch. If I make, let's do this. Let's make this our coordinate plane. What's this ordered pair right here? 0, 0. Does everybody understand this? Let's just make some ordered pairs. This one, how would I get to this point right here? I would go over, how many?
6.
And up
8.
There we go. That's our other ordered pair. Now can we find the distance between them? Okay, these 2 points. So you would do the square root and the same thing we just did. What are our x values? These are great because we use zeros. These are really good. So it's just going to be 6 squared and 8 squared. It's just going to be, let me tell y'all that, the square root of 6 squared and 8 squared. Are y'all going to remember that? No, probably not. But it's right here. You don't even have to do all this work. That squared and that squared. So again, 6 minus 0, that's 6 squared. 8 minus 0 is 8 squared. If I type that in my calculator, that's 100. It would give me the square root of 100. What's the square root of 100? 10. So, and I don't know if you noticed this, but this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Does anybody notice that? This does not say 3, but what's 3 times 2? 6. This does not say 4, but what is 4 times 2? This does not say 5, but what is 5 times 2? 10. So that's also another ACT shortcut. This was just a 3, 4, 5. We just doubled them. Anyway, so the question though did not ask for how many blocks did he go on the blue path, how many blocks did he go on this, I'll do red path. Okay, it's what's the difference in them? Does everybody understand that? That's what it's asking for. It says how much shorter would his walk would have been. So that would be 14 minus 10. What is that? 4. Okay. Do we? The answer is 4. Do we kind of understand that?
Yes.
Y'all, and I'm just going to tell you right now, if you know the 6 and the 8, we could have just done the square root of 6 squared and 8 squared. Does everybody get that? That's just a little shortcut.
How do
You
you
wouldn't.
get 4 as an answer?
How did I get 4? Because if he walked 8 plus 6, that's 14.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I found my other distance, the diagonal distance, because you know walking that diagonal path would have been shorter.
Mm-hmm.
I found it by doing the 6 squared and the 8 squared. What's the square root of 100?
10.
10. What is 14 minus 10? 4. It was, how much shorter would it have been? It would have been 4 blocks shorter.
Okay.
Okay, he still would have had to have traveled 10, but 10 is better than 14. Okay, I think y'all kind of have that one, huh?
Yes, sir.
It's the same question. It may have changed the numbers, may not have even changed the numbers. I can't remember. Okay, the next one says, I think it's 23. 23, skipping on down. EF and EG, is that what it is? Yeah. So this one it says, all right, EF is 6. So I'm writing what it tells me. You have to read what it's asking. EF is 6. EG is 21. Where is EG?
All
The whole thing. So if you hurry up and just write 21 right here, you're probably not doing it right. Okay? You're probably finding the wrong thing. How do you find FG?
Subtract.
Yeah, it's 21 minus 6. What's 21 minus 6? 15. Your answer is 15. Are we okay with that one? Just read what it's asking for. Write stuff down. Okay, the next one on here is number 24, which I'm hoping is easy to tell. Sometimes these numbers aren't easy to tell. What is the measure of FBG and what type of angle is that? So from F to B to G, what does that look like it is? Where is FBG? That is this angle right here. Is everybody agree with that? So, and I don't care, do y'all want to use the outside numbers or the inside numbers to count the measure? Inside. Okay, it doesn't matter. You'll get the same answer. So this one goes from 90 to, what does this one go to? Is that 55? Yeah. What is 90 minus 55? Is that 35? 35-degree angle? What kind of angle is a 35-degree angle? Is it acute, obtuse, or right, or straight?
Cube.
It's acute. So you're going to have to write, okay, 35 degrees and acute. That's the answer to that one. Is everybody okay with that one? Do we seem, am I doing the wrong one? Huh? We had to figure out, let me erase it. This, see how this is at 90? Did I do it wrong? And this is at what number? 50, 55. What is 90 minus 55? 35? Okay. Because I kept wanting to say 45 earlier. Anyway, but yeah, it's 35. That's where 35 came from. Okay. Now, the second one. Where's angle ABC?
Straight across.
Okay. It's what kind of angle? It's, well, you already said it. It's a straight angle. And what's the degree of a straight angle?
180.
180. There you go. Oops, I'm supposed to say degrees. Are we good with that one, y'all? You just subtract. Now this one you can just tell it's a straight line, straight angle, 180 degrees. Okay, can I erase those? That one's on there. Something like that. Please make sure you answer both parts, because a lot of times y'all will forget. And I want you to get all of your points. Next one is like number 25. Okay, it says, if the measure of angle GDF is 54 degrees, that's this angle right here. Does everybody understand that that is from G to D to F? Then what is the measure of EDF? Well, if this one has one mark and that one has one mark, then what do I know? They're the same thing. That's the whole point of marking them the same, is to show that they are the same. So it is also 54 degrees. Okay, that's it. If that one was 54, then the one that's marked the same is also 54. Then we have, y'all, am I going too fast? Y'all just tell me. No. Number 28. Oops, there it is. Supplementary angles have a sum of what? Supplementary angles have a sum of
180.
complementary angles have a sum of 90. That question will be on there. Okay? It's just 180 and 90. That's going to be a memorization thing. And you need to know that. Okay, then number 29 is also on there. 29 says, oh, was everybody done with that one? It was 180 and 90. Two angles whose sides are opposite rays. What are they called? Well, they would look like this. If you had two angles whose sides are opposite rays. What are those?
Vertical.
Vertical. Okay, so it's vertical angles. And then two coplanar angles with a, I can't see that, common side, a common vertex. If they share the same side, what are they called? This is what you were answering. Adjacent. That means they share the same side. They're next to each other. So that one would be adjacent. Do y'all remember doing this one? Again, that one's going to be just memorizing. The same exact questions, y'all. Supplementary is 180. Complementary is 90. The next question. Vertical angles are opposite. Okay? Vertical angles look like that. And then adjacent angles share a side. They're next to each other. Okay? Those are definitely things that we need to know. All right. Let's keep going. The complement. Oh, we just answered. What does complement mean? Complementary. 90 degrees. So this one says, this is number 30, by the way. The complement of an angle is 53. So what does that mean I'm going to do? I'm going to take 90 minus 53. What is 90 minus 53?
47?
37.
37? Okay, thank you. 37 degrees. There you go. Because they would add to 90. Are we good with that one? Moving along. Number 32. It says, and y'all don't let me forget to go back to number 6. We're getting through this. It says find the perimeter. How do you find the perimeter? Add up all the sides. So I would just put in my calculator 66 plus 66 plus 29 plus 29. And what is that going to give me? 190? There you go. It's 190 feet. That's the perimeter. Do we understand that? There's some easy ones on here, right? There's like, it's a good mix. There's easy ones, and then there's some where it might have 3 parts. So I've tried to do a good mix. All right, that's all that page. Last page on my test. Okay, but number 33 is on there. Okay. It says find the circumference. How do you find the circumference?
Gotta do something.
Huh?
Wouldn't it be like 39 times 2 and then
Times.
pi?
Oh, and it says in terms of pi. So what? I'm going to leave the pi. It's 2 pi r. And if it says in terms of pi, that means just leave the pi in your answer. Okay? So what is 2 times r? What is 2 times 39? 78 pi. That's your answer. That's the circumference. No, that one's, it's not too bad.
That's what it should be.
Okay, next one on there. 34. Okay, this one is area. How do you find the area? Area is length times width. So let's find the area of this smaller one. What is 2 times 2?
4.
4. Okay, this one, what is the length of this one? It was 10 feet all the way, but it doesn't go all the way. It goes to here. So what's the length of this one? It's not 10, it's 8. This one is 8 because from here to here is how much?
2.
2. So you got to take that 2 off. So does everybody understand that this side is 8 and this side is 8? What's 8 times 8?
64.
So this whole area is 64. That whole area is 4. How do you find the total? You add them together. What is 64 plus 4? Just 64 plus 4. It's
Oh.
68. It is 68. Feet squared, or square feet. Okay, then describe a, wait, where is this one? Number 38. Describe a real life example of two planes and their intersection. Two planes and their intersection. Anybody have an idea? What's the one I told y'all?
The wall.
Yep. The wall and the ceiling, and they meet up there at that crown molding or whatever. That's where they intersect. Does everybody understand that? Maybe. That's a plane, and that's a plane, and they intersect or at the corner or where that molding is up there. Okay. Then the last one. Hold on. Okay. I've got two more to go over. I have to find them. I cannot find them. Did I miss something? I have two problems that I could not find. One of them is super easy. One of them might be like 17. I may just have to make one up. Okay, I'm going to make one up. I really thought this one was on there, but it's not. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's it. Okay. What are three names for this angle? Y'all, this one's on your test, but it's not on your study guide. So, what are three names for this angle? Angle.
DEF.
DEF. Okay. Angle.
E.
E. You can say that because that's the only E there is. Angle 2. The other one would have been FED. But we only needed 3. Can everybody name that angle 3 different ways? And it is that simple. This one's not on there. It's on the test. I've got 2, Jackson. I've got one more that's not on the study guide. So write this down. Name that angle. Angle DEF, angle FED, angle 2, or angle E. I use different letters and numbers on the test. Are we good with that? Just 3 different ways to name the angle.
It is on the study guide.
It is on the study guide?
It's
37.
What? How did I miss it? That's 3 other names for line P. That's probably what happened though, is it changed from a line to an angle. But it's an angle on the test. But I guess that's what one it was supposed to match. There's one last one, y'all, that I had to skip. I told y'all not to let me forget. I may have to make this up. Because I think it's something like one of them, but not quite. I really think it's supposed to be like number 17, but it's not. So y'all just let me make this one up as well. Okay, y'all want to just carry this one on. This is like number 6 on your test. If you want to put a number by it, you can just put the number 6 because that's what it's like. And it says we have one kind of like it. Okay, here's our angle. And it says, the measure of angle AOC, I've got to change it. The measure of angle ABC is 72 degrees. Does everybody see that? I'm trying to match it. So the whole angle is 72 degrees. I'm okay on time, barely. All right. The measure of angle DBC is 2x plus 4. Where is DBC? This right here. ABC is the whole thing. Does everybody understand the 2 things I'm telling you so far? Okay. The measure of angle ABD is 4x minus 5. Actually, we're going to go with 4x minus 2. Sorry, I'm making this up and I'm trying to get it to work. What are the measures of the angles? This one and this one, if that's what it wants to know. Is everybody okay with this so far? So they told me this angle, they told me this angle, and they told me the whole thing. What do I know about these two angles? Do they add up to the whole thing? Yes. So can I write that out? Is everybody good with that? It told me the top angle, it told me the bottom angle, and it told me the whole thing. That was all in my problem. It was written here. So I'm going to do the top angle plus the bottom angle. Is everybody good with that? And it equals how much? 72. Now we're going to find x and find the measure of each angle. Okay? So what's 4x plus 2x? 6x. And what's negative 2 plus 4?
2.
That's 2. I'm going to be surprised if this works out. Then what do I do?
Subtract 2.
Subtract 2. So 6x equals 70. Ooh,
I skipped 7.
divide by 6. Somebody tell me what x equals, because I have no idea. What is it? 12. It did work. Okay, I was hoping it would. X is 12. That's not my answer. It wanted to know what's the measure of each angle. So what do I do with that 12?
Plug it in.
Plug it in, and we will find the measure of each angle. So I would do, in my calculator, 4 times 12 minus 2. And then I would also do 2 times 12 plus 4. That's going to be my 2 answers. What is that? 48 minus 2. What is that? 46. And that one is 28.
It doesn't matter. I can't.
There's my 2 angles.
I literally cannot.
So that one was a tad bit different than 17. I didn't do 17. Okay. The rest of them, y'all, they're not on the test. So you don't have to worry with those. I will see now if I have